My name is Ginger, and the light in this video might change a lot of times. London has been very moody today weather-wise. It was hailing an hour ago, not even an hour ago, and now there's this sun cloudy thing, and there was sun spraying in my face just 2 minutes ago. I think it hit a bit my pillow. First of all, let me apologize because I missed the last 2 Wednesdays, so I couldn't even keep it a weekly thing for the third week in a row. I'm really sorry about that. I wasn't well, unfortunately. I messed up with my mess basically, and had a very interesting, I suppose, near-death experience. But interesting, learned a lot, especially what not to mess with. My hair might be lighter than you remembered it. It's because the lilac was done like a month ago now. Did you know that some lilacs fade to green? Because they do, apparently. And when you find yourself mermaid green, and it's not exactly what you were looking for because you were actually looking for lilac, let me tell you, it might be quite hard to rectify that. It took me quite something, and it's a miracle that my scalp is still intact. Suffice to say, I know very well what needs to be done, but every single person who manages to do their growth touch by themselves, I salute you, because I tried and I failed spectacularly. Main thing that is happening at the moment is that, you know how this old cozy place, it's lovely and it's cozy and I love cozy places. Well, I'm moving! I'm moving this week. Actually, the week that it's happening right now, which is why on the Wednesday, which is tomorrow, and I hope it's still tomorrow and then I can edit and put this video out today, because tomorrow is gonna be the full day of moving, and you might be thinking, but nothing is packed, everything is still there. It is, because I'm just moving downstairs really. But yeah, a friend of mine is gonna help me. It's gonna be the most interesting move that I've ever done, I think. This is going to be, this was my 9th, and the next one is going to be the 10th flat that I ever lived here in London in the span of 8 years. It's not that I can't make up my mind, it's just that things keep on happening. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting for once not to just have to make boxes and unmake boxes, and because honestly, for a perfectionist like me, which they tell me I tend to be a little bit OCC, it might be frustrating, it might take a lot of time. So just having things to take from a place to another, where I'm basically moving downstairs, so that's just gonna be a flight of stairs. So grabbing stuff, going downstairs, coming up, back and forth. I trust it's gonna actually be fun with Annie, my friend. She's gonna come and help me. So I reckon we're gonna have as fun a move day as one can possibly have. On a different note, yesterday I went to the YouTube Music Awards. They had the first edition last year. Well, actually 2013 now that I think of it, because it was late in 2013, and then the next ones were now, so I think it just changed the season as well. They changed quite a lot. They used to have a viewing party at the YouTube Space in London. It was quite different this time. It was more of a viewing experience, actually, more than the usually networking tricks that they have there and just have an excuse for every month, basically. But because of that, I finally had the chance to meet this amazing guy who's been in touch with me and sort of watched my videos for years now. I really appreciate the respect and devotion, actually. I don't know if I would have stuck with me for such a long time. And finally we managed to meet, and Fred, I'm so very glad that we managed to meet finally. And I'm sure we're gonna have so many great adventures here in London. And he's a cool one. He actually works for Google, and that place is cool. That place is cool. That place is cool in ways that I was never able to quite grasp before. So thanks. Let's put one thing over anything. It has amazing views. I had no idea. The studios of Google in London, well, the YouTube Space in London, Google has different offices, but the ones for YouTube and the YouTube Space are in St Giles, which is just in Tottenham Court Road. And I never realized that being very tall buildings, it must have meant that it also had amazing views over London, but because the studios are actually on the 3rd floor, you just see buildings, you don't realize that until you get further up. Wow. To be fair, this actually was meant to be a video with a specific theme and something that I specifically wanted to talk about and possibly not necessarily, it sounds patronizing to say that I wanted to give a guide, but having at least a series of guidelines for the things that I've learned when you are in crisis situations, let's put it like that. I'm not going further into it because I realize this is not the moment for me to do that, because so many things are happening. I don't think I could give the right focus to talk about something like that, but suffice to say that one of the things that I want to be able to talk about next time or in the next videos, and if you have advices or experiences and want to share them with me, whether you want me to actually reply to you in video or via email, or if you just want to tell me your experience and you tell me that I can tell it to other people, then basically I want to explore and understand what happens and how you can be around and be helpful to people suffering from anxiety, depression and panic attacks, basically. But again, I do know that to do that I need a level of focus that this week I certainly can't have with everything that's happening in a bad and a good way at the same time, because of course the anxiety of having to move is quite something, but also in a good way, because you know, it feels like every time that there's a new start, it is a good start. There's nothing that you can really lose in life because it's up to you in the end. All your experiences are made one and all together in you. At the same time, since you can't lose anything, you can only gain, and that always excites me. You know what? I can try, and if you can handle the shaky movement, I can take you downstairs right now and have a look now at the flat. Consider that it's empty, but it's been repainted, so maybe we'll give you an idea. We can do some sort of those kind of things that are a house tour, which we never actually did we? I'm sorry about that. You know what? Let's do something about it now. Come along, Pond. We're going downstairs. Hello, Whisker. Now, maybe if we get the keys, that could be an idea. Half packed, half not box. Come along, Pond. Take 2. With keys this time. It's just been repainted. I'm afraid that some of the... This is the living room. Hello, hello. I have no idea what this stuff is, but that's interesting. That's good to know. I need to see the lady that used to live here just tonight, so good to know that there's still stuff. Yeah, this is it. This is the outside world. Hello, hello. My local Bob. This is gonna be the bedroom where the magic happens. There it is. Actually, ooh, bad stuff. The windows were still open from the painters. Let's hope that nothing actually got in here, shall we? And yes, proceeding. I actually had the idea to have multicolored walls. It wasn't feasible an option and it was too expensive. Let there be light. Just the bathroom really. So not much to see it for. But yeah, a bathroom where I actually had a cupboard for stuff, which is very, very unusual and amazing for me. And proceeding this way, we will have a kitchen, my friends, where all the instincts of my personal inner housewife will be finally suited. Like with all these room for stuff, I reckon this is gonna be fun. Oh god, the window is opening here as well. Wait a second. Oh, no! After much deliberation, we have decided that, you know what, actually the top window can stay open. Mostly because I can't close it. And yeah, that's it. This is gonna be my new home. I'm really happy about the fridge. Look at the fridge, look at the fridge. Ah, which actually reminds me that I have to turn it on. Just turn it off. No, if I do this, then Book of Mormon are gonna ask me for copyrights, aren't they? This is gonna be fun. Oh god, the window is opening here as well. Wait a second. Oh,
Yeah, that's it, really. We're going back upstairs now.
Yeah, it's not like I'm gonna go live in a castle or a mansion or anything like that. It's still me and my boyfriend and the cat, so it's not this huge place. It's actually quite huge compared to the place that I live in now. I'm not used to that. I'm sure that with furniture in, it will be more real and cozy and it's okay. Right now it feels too huge for me to handle, but I'm sure I can find enough stuff to fit it in if I'm given enough time. I am tempted to open a poll and decide what's gonna happen about my hair. To be fair, I didn't expect that, but I like the platinum. Like, the platinum is technically the absence of color, but that means that I can play so much with the colors on my face. Okay, because the sun has come back and now it makes me look like I'm sort of angry at you, but I'm really not, it's just because I can't quite see. I will wrap these up here. It was basically, yeah, it wasn't, do we want to call it a lazy video? It wasn't a lazy video, it was trying to give you an update for my absence and what's going on and what I hope it will be going on. As usual, you can get in touch and I will be more than happy to do that. If you come by London, don't do as Fred did because, I'm still mad at him and he knows that, don't you? And drop me a line and we're gonna have tea and it's gonna be fun. And right now, just let me go back and not quite making boxes, but at least trying to figure out what we're gonna do tomorrow. Wow, it's gonna be interesting. Very, very quickly, something that I realized I didn't mention before in the video and I really wanted to. There's the Cahoots video out, which is a band with mainly guys coming from YouTube. Tom Lowe is one of the guys that I used to know and is in the band. They filmed the video early this month, late last month, and that's the reason why this picture was out. So if you want, you can go and watch it and play the game, try and find your ginger, which, just so you know, it's one of those things where blink and you miss it. But in case you want to, go and check out the video. The link is down